Well, hello. My name is TJ, or at least that's what everybody calls me. My real name's Timothy Parker. See, I was invited by Leroy. I was first told about the knot work from my girlfriend, who is Charity Conway. It's a little bit personal information about me is, my name, I've already been in the system. For those of you who don't know what that means, is that I have been to jail. It's, not very proud of it, but bit of information, so I have a standpoint on certain things from a different perspective. Some personal things. I did battle with suicide in my younger years, and kind of accepted the fact that, life sucks. But if you're optimistic about it, it makes it that much better. So, right now I am 6'4", and I weigh a little under 170 pounds. So, I got a lot of, back history and whatnot that you might come out like I was bullied a lot back in school before I hit my growth spurt. I was the smallest kid in class. Now I'm like one of the tallest ever. So, I'm pro tattoos and piercings, if you can't tell. I have 4 tattoos currently and 3 piercings. And I really take a independent standpoint with politics. Though I can see where both sides come from, but at the same time, it's more about running this country and not filling your pocketbook. I'm currently going to college, and mainly doing that for my future family, so that way my girlfriend doesn't have to work at all, and I can pay all the bills for us and our family. I have a child. I have one daughter who is from a different mother other than my girlfriend. And, so as she said, she's living there with her. I come from a mixed background. Like, I really love music, and I own a guitar and I like to play. But like, my background for music was classic heavy metal. But as I grew up, I kind of, like developed my own taste in music. I really like a lot of different types of music, including industrial. Some of the screamo's pretty good. I listen to the good rap songs from back in the day, and like, my music really defines who I am. Given the certain days that, like, what's going on in that day, it depends on what kind of music I would listen to. And at the same time, I listen to different types to cause different emotional states within myself. Few medical issues. I have an enlarged heart due to steroid use, and I was put on steroids by one of the doctors because I had an allergic reaction to a brown recluse bite. And for those of you who don't know, the brown recluse is a highly venomous spider. And I love snakes. I pretty much like a bunch of different kinds of animals. I own a hamster, which was given to me recently. and like all in all, I'm pretty insane, because my standpoint is sanity is very boring, so it's best to keep it spontaneous and random. But like uh, I have a few bad habits. I kind of smoke way too much, and that's really from a stressful home life. And as much as I want to get out of the house I'm in, I can't. So what can you do? Uh, you know, another personal thing is I'm really a giant nerd. I just recently started collecting Star Wars books. I'm a heavy gamer, and I like a bunch of different types of games, and like with Star Wars, I put myself closer to the dark side because they embrace emotion in not all of its forms, but in most of the negative ways. Though I don't embrace emotion in that way, I can't say that I can just give up emotion altogether. I'm a real supporter of emotions, if you want to call it that. And, he, as Leroy said, he said, wear something that makes you feel attractive. That's what he told me to do. At the moment, I'm wearing camouflage pants, military style BDUs, as they would be called, with my Metallica and Justice for All t-shirt, back when Metallica was still good and didn't sell out, and a pair of blue Under Armour. Yeah, and as far as everything goes, I'm pretty much a nice solid rock that everybody can brace themselves on. I was raised to be strong, and by being strong, I help other people as much as I can, and as much as my schedule would allow me to. And with all that, I ended up stopped crying at the age of 12, and like I feel like I have to cry, but I never actually really shed tears. So, that's just kind of put into me from my family, because at this standpoint, I taught myself that tears were weak, and that if you cried, you were a weak person. I see that it's way different than how I really looked at it, but at the same time, I can't cry because of it. And that's kind of the intro to me and my personal background. So, y'all guys should really check out The Not Work. From what I hear from the ideas being bounced around, it's going to be very insightful and educated. It really is going to open up a lot of touchy subjects and kind of show the standpoint on what's what some of the board members are on that standpoint of wherever they sit with the current issue that we would be talking about. It's really, when I first heard about it, it really interested me as a because I'm really like expressing my views and my ideas, and I'm a really open-minded person. Like my religious background is Christian, but I studied Wicca for 4 years. I've studied Satanism, but I still consider myself a Christian, and I really accept a lot of people for who they are because I am very open-minded to other religious views as well as personal choices people make or how they were created, if you would allow me to say that. Like I won't judge someone for being gay. That's their personal thing. Whether they were born with it or whether they chose to be it, that was theirs. And no matter what, I will still accept them as a person, unless they're like a really bad person. Okay, so really check out the knot work when we start getting it off the ground and actually start getting all of us panel members together to film it, because it will be very interesting. And so that's the end of my rant, and it's TJ signing out.